Hello. I'm not checking in with the last chapters of Black Mesa by Ralph Cotton, number 14 in his Arizona Ranger series, because I'm just going to do a review of what the book. So this follows Sam Burke and his cowboy adventure, which really this isn't like kind of Larry Murtry and Lonesome Dove. This is more like a mid-season episode of like The Rifleman or Bonanza or one of those kind of older westerns. It does have, this is written in, I think it was published in 2005. It does have some kind of, I guess, edgy things of, it's got a you know it's got a prostitute, not a prostitute, a woman, Ella Lang, who's an outlaw woman who is a morphine addict and is definitely, shows all the signs of being an addict. There's one Irish brother who is totally into S&M and nearly gets beaten to death, but for kinks. The hero, Sam Burke, and his kind of his lover, or his companion, Maria, the um, Mexican American, I assume, woman, Maria. They have a tendency to shoot before the other person shoots. Like they're the straight hour heroes, but if it looks like someone's about to kill them, they kill them first. They don't give them a chance. So in the genre of a cowboy story, western, I guess that might be more modern. I'm not up on modern westerns and the kind of the conventions of it. I just found this story really kind of without surprise. It kind of just went along and concluded. It's like Sam Burke ends up having to hunt down a gang, and Elsa is one of them. Does he still have feelings for her? Maybe he does, but he's with Maria now. But will he figure out that he figure out that Elsa's an addict and that she can't be saved, and will Elsa meet a tragic end? Will all the bad guys get gunned down, and Sam Burke will be a little bit sadder but a little bit wiser by the end? And yes, all that. Yes, spoilers. No spoilers. It was competently written. It was, but there's some tense scenes in there, but not the conclusion. The conclusion was kind of pretty much like, yep, that happened. Okay, yep, everyone's dead who should be dead. Other people are alive. There's a journalist who kind of gives me a weird kind of fake news kind of thing of like there's these people in the old west kind of looking at a newspaper reporter saying, oh, you guys tell me that you guys tell the public that you only print the truth and you've got the highest morals, but that's just you saying that. We all know you make things up. And it's like, I somehow think that people of that time had a different conception of newspapers where they were all owned by certain political parties and interests, and everyone knew that they were all slanted, and you just picked the one that you were at. The whole thing of objective news reporting was not something that was of the time. It's only kind of relatively more recent of a thing, so it has kind of that. There's a couple of things in here which you get that kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a Western traditionalist guy. The evil drug addicted Elsa Lang is also into lesbianism. Ugh, ugh. So, and she's loose, and it's just kind of So it's probably not from my political kind of slant on things, but I just also just think it's not a really. It's very rote, very rote. It feels like a mid-season filler episode that doesn't really give me. Now I have to say, Ralph Cotton does a really good job of introducing me to Sam Burke in book 14. I don't feel like I'm being, left out of the story or anything like that. Like, it's like you drop into this very easily. Unfortunately, I've dropped into like a boring episode, so I doubt if I'll go back to that. There is also maybe a thing here where I kind of vary back and forth where what kind of like, sometimes I want popcorn reading, but sometimes I want stuff that challenges me. And maybe maybe I've gotten to the end of wanting to be in more of a challenging mood. And also, I'm usually more into science fiction fantasy, so I may be the wrong person to. I can't be carried along by my abiding affection of westerns because I don't have that kind of history, as I've kind of quoted old, you know, TV episodes. Other than that, and like the odd cowboy movie, which I have enjoyed. It's not. It's not usually my genre of choice, and it may attract sort of a different type of folk. I am a citified, um, um, sensitive young man of 50 years old or more, and maybe this just isn't the whole manly man thing isn't just is less for me than it is for other people. I actually probably could. I've been reading a fantasy romance series, and that actually has carried me along far more than with all its kind of cliches and the well trod paths that a romance is going to be. This um, this one did not engage me on that way. All right, I have gone on too long. I will leave it there. More videos later.